I want to speak about your relationship, particularly your marriage relationship. It was so strong on my heart when I was preparing this message. Let your life be orderly. Plan your life. Don't just live your life anyhow. Plan to succeed. Plan to please God. Plan to finish strong. Plan to disappoint your enemies. A planned life is a meaningful life. For example, let's look at your marriage. Those of you that are single, pay close attention. Once you are going to get married, it determines everything. If you will succeed as a manager, your home will determine it. If you don't have peace at home, forget about it. You'll be confused at work. If you will succeed as a pastor, you need a home, a platform. That's your nest. That's where you rest. And from there, you launch out. Watch it. Many people that failed today, go travel to their marriages and see. There are two leaders in this nation, and I'm free to mention their names because they are public figures. One of them is Obafemi Awolowo. If you're in Nigeria, you know what I'm talking about. That man was a living legend. I don't know about his relationship with God. And the other one was MKO Abiola. Both of them are dead today, but look at what is on ground for the two of them. One belonged to many wives. The other belonged to one wife. See what is on ground. Awolowo died how many years ago? His life is still speaking. See MKO Abiola. Where is Concord Airline today? Where is Concord Bread? Where is Concord Newspaper? Where is Concord Everything? Nobody to manage it. Because our own is different from my own. So those of you young people that are going for two girlfriends, three girlfriends, you date one today, look at these two examples before you take a flight. You better zip up. At 29, you have slept with 4 girls. What's your problem? You've been sleeping with girls since you are 14. What's your problem? And some of you are from polygamous settings. You know the trouble that you still have in your father's house. Is that what you want to inherit? Do you need a preacher to tell you that is wrong? Tell me one single good thing about polygamy. Polygamy is a waster of destiny, waster. And it begins with dating 5 girls on campus. So it enters your blood. After marriage, you cannot keep yourself. You must go and look after. And I've noticed that adulterous men always marry fine girls. So you ask yourself, what is this man looking for? His wife is beautiful. He's demonic. You better be disciplined. So that what kills them in your father's house will not kill you. I'm speaking the truth. Look for somebody that will share a common faith with you. Don't marry somebody that does not share the same faith with you. Go to the people that share the same faith with me. Not idol worshippers. Let me tell you something that will shock you. In marriage, you cannot renovate to your taste. I will convert her. I will change my wife. You cannot renovate to your taste. Your wife can never be like you. You will always be different. I've been married for 28 years. Your husband cannot be exactly like you. You can't renovate to your taste. So you better close one eye in prayer. Open the one you will open, let it be wider, so that you look very well before you choose. Marriage is not a weekend affair. It's a lifetime event. It determines everything. It determines everything. In marriage, people continue who they are. They hardly change. There's no compromise about that. You say that man, it's only 2 bottles of Gouda he drinks. He will change when we start singing in the choir. I will take him to church. You are joking. People hardly change in marriage. They remain who they are. It is the truth. So if you noticed it when you are dating the person or when you are in courtship, you better reconsider. And don't tell me he will change. He smokes only one packet. 1 stick of cigarette removes 11 minutes from your life. Scientific fact. 1 stick of cigarette subtracts 11 minutes from your life. So if you think you are enjoying, you are dying, you are not enjoying. So look for somebody that will share a common faith with you. For instance, how you spend your money. You are a born-again Christian and you believe in paying of tithes, and you marry somebody that doesn't believe in that, there will be a crisis. Because how you spend your money depends on your faith. The key decisions of life are based on faith. Don't dance around unbelievers. Don't abandon your faith for marriage. Marry somebody that loves God like you do. Seek God's counsel. Seek God's guidance. Marriage is a very long journey. Without God, the choice may look good today, but it will turn out to be bad tomorrow. Seek God's guidance. What do you sense in your spirit? Is there peace in your heart? If there is agitation, be careful, because you will live with that agitation for the rest of your life. And this is the foundation, or one of the foundations. Look for somebody who can share with you what they have. Don't marry a stingy person. Any stingy person is bad news. In courtship, you are the only person giving. The person is stingy. It's a signal that there is trouble ahead. Married people that have stingy people as their spouses can testify to what I'm talking about. When giving is one-sided, it can be frustrating. Marriage is sharing. It is not a one-way traffic. A stingy man is an irresponsible man. If the market is going to be good, it shows in the money. So the early indications are very important. Don't marry a man that knows only how to massacre food. Each time he visits you, he clears everything. Just eats and eats and eats. Nothing. No handkerchief for you. No, my dear, can you take this? Can I contribute to this? He comes and then he demolishes the food. That is it. He calls you, where are you? He calculates the time you will be cooking. A stingy man is an irresponsible man. And you will see the early indications before you go into marriage. Many lives are not meaningful today because of this. They saw it, but they thought, I'm 32. Better stay single than be frustrated all the days of your life. Right from courtship, days of friendship, days of dating. That's what we call it today. You can see the indicators. How the person takes up tasks, professional tasks, domestic tasks, family tasks. By God's grace, I have 2 boys, biologically speaking. And I tell them every time, use me to rehearse. Because when I meet a man, the way you handle your mother is the way you are likely to handle your wife. I teach them to hug me. I teach them to allow me go before they come, in case we need to pass through a passage. I teach them how to treat a lady. Use me to rehearse. Because every woman wants some things from a man. You can see an irresponsible man. You can see the indicators. For instance, both of you are in school. He won't go for lectures. He won't write his assignments. He sleeps and dozes. You can tell that this one you don't have any future with him. If your life is going to be meaningful, avoid this irresponsible, lazy person. Avoid. In marriage, you can see whether you're a man or a woman, how neat are you? These are indicators. Do you dress your beds together? Even in small matters like that, some husbands, when they wake up, they just wake up. Father, I thank you for today. Have you laid your bed before you started talking to God? Or it is only your wife that lays the bed every morning? It's a sign of irresponsibility. Your wife is not a slave. 28 years running, till this morning, my husband holds the bed sheet on the other side, I hold it on this side. He holds the quilts, I hold it on this side. We lay it together. Sometimes he even lays it when I'm not there. If we go to your bedroom now, what happens? You will think a rat just left this bed. Everything is scattered because you were running late. Your wife is not your slave. Who says that it's only a woman that should lay the bed? And every mother, you teach your boys. Teach them to wash plates. If you have house helps and you use your house helps to pamper your children, I fear for your children's future. I fear for them. Because there are things money cannot buy. Your boys must be able to cook, must be able to pound, must be able to lay their beds, must be able to make their rooms, clean their bathrooms. Very important. If both of you don't know how to lay beds, don't marry. Because there will be a problem. You won't believe this. A couple came to report, they had a misunderstanding. They've been having series. And when they were talking, the man said, when my wife wakes up, she will lay only her side of the bed. I said, is there a marriage like that? Things are happening in this world though. She will lay only her side of the bed and she will sweep only her side of the bed. Somebody shout, I'm blessed. Don't marry a lazy woman. Rebecca carried her picture on her shoulders. A lazy lady is a burden. In pregnancy, you will see her. You will think I want to sneeze. Because of pregnancy. She can't carry legs, she can't carry eyes, she can't carry anything because of pregnancy. Don't marry a lazy person. A poor person is better than a lazy person. Biblically and culturally, the man plays the most significant roles because you are the head. Men make decisions at very short notice. Your wife depends on you. You make decisions financially, so you cannot afford to shirk your responsibilities. The upkeep of your wife and children. You know that the children bear your name. So if they are yours, you must pay their school fees. As a man, at least these two major things, school fees and house rent. Because if you are the head of the home and you are not paying house rent, which house are you heading? It is a manly responsibility. Even if your wife can pay it, you cannot be the head of a house you are not paying rent for. What kind of head are you? Food, water, telephone, dress, both of you can share. But school fees and house rent, even if your wife can pay, make up your mind. She can assist you as a man, but don't let those two be on her head. If you want to maintain your honor as the head, your wife may decide to supplement, but you must carry the responsibilities on your shoulders. The upkeep of the house is the woman's responsibility. The sign of a clean house is the toilet, not the living room. When I come to your house and I want to use the restroom, I say, Pastor, wait, I'm coming. And you run. I know you are a very lazy woman. If you must go and see your toilet before a guest uses it, then something is wrong with you as a woman. Your toilet should be so clean that people will feel like lying down and eating in your toilet. It is your responsibility. It's not your husband's responsibility as a woman. Your kitchen, a dirty house is a shame to the woman of the house. Marry the person you are physically attracted to. You may not have too many dresses, but there's a way you dress that makes you look attractive. As a woman and as a man. When some men sit beside you in church and they make the mistake of removing their shoes, you will feel like vomiting. When you visit some ladies at home, white undies have become maroon. Makeup is there, but underneath, stench. A woman must always make sure that her underneath is clean in case something happens and you faint. And they have to carry you in church. With all these mascaras, with all this makeup. When you wake up, some people will be bold enough to tell you, sister, you need to change. Somebody shout, I'm blessed. Know the family you are marrying into. Some families, they are very pompous. Don't marry them. Don't marry from there. In some families, everybody is poor because of laziness. You say, you don't know them in that family. They don't work. They only drink wine every morning. It's ogogoro. In some families, there is somebody that controls them. It may be the matriarch of the home, the mother. So find out the family before you go into it. Don't just say, yes, it is well. So that you can know how to pray. Maybe husbands die before they are 40 in that family. Maybe it is mommy that controls the homes. Mommy will send for son-in-law, come here. It's my 70th, but if you don't come, there are some mothers like that are so strong-willed, and even their sons shake like Lily, even in spite of the fact that they are married. So that you will know how to take your stand, and then you will know how to pray. Know the family. Some of them are womanizers, so that you know how to break the yoke. The first son impregnated somebody after 2 years of his marriage. So 3 women have 4 children for him. The third bond slept with the house help, and it became a scandal. Even their father, it's just that he didn't marry the woman. When stories like that, don't just put your head in that kind of a family. Pray so that you will eliminate and stop the evil. Once you are convinced that this is God's will for your life. When you notice traits of family weakness. Some people, they always divorce. Find out. And the last one. Is there room in your house for me? Because the Bible says in Genesis chapter 24 that Rebecca said, come in. There is provender for you and the camels. Will the family accept you? Will there be parental consent? Please don't elope with anybody. You will need your parents after marriage.